So we're approaching the end of May. In most parts of the world, summer is quickly approaching, and you're looking for some interesting keyword phrases for the summer season that you could design for with low competition. Well, you found the right video, and in today's episode, I'm going to be showing you 3 interesting keyword phrases that you could design for summer with low competition. If you're ready for that, let's get started. So welcome to my computer screen. As you can see here, I've got the first keyword phrase up for us to analyze, and this keyword phrase is goodbye school, hello summer. As you are probably very well aware, a number of students all across the world, particularly in the Northern Hemisphere, are really looking forward to the end of June when school is out for the summer so that they can unwind from their year's worth of studying. It's been a very crazy, hectic year, and they're just looking to get out there and actually to enjoy the summer. And on the flip side, it's not only the students who are probably looking forward to the summer, but the educators as well. So you definitely want to keep that into consideration too when you are obviously choosing this particular keyword phrase to design for. Now, as we can see here, it says goodbye school, hello summer, and at the time of publishing this particular video, there are 3,164 results. Now, it's not the best number of results that you could actually be designing for, but it's still not the end of the world. I know many of you who have been following my channel know that I usually advocate for finding keyword phrases where the number of listings, the number of results is 1,000 or less. And just because we have 3,164 results doesn't mean that we can actually do a little bit of delving in, a little bit of keyword research, and just changing things up a little bit to try and bring that number down. So that when we find a nice keyword phrase that we can design for based on summer, we'll be in a very good position to rank higher. And obviously, as we know, the higher you rank, the greater the exposure you're going to get. And the more exposure you get, the greater the possibility that you're going to make sales. So what I did was I went ahead and I thought to myself, okay, what keywords could we tweak in this keyword phrase to try and maybe bring down the number of results, but still keep to the sort of the general idea, the general flavor of what this keyword phrase is all about. And I thought to myself, goodbye. Well, I'm sure that we can find some interesting synonyms that we could change, or rather swap up goodbye with, and maybe see what kind of effect it would have on the number of listings that Redbubble would obviously bring back. So what I did was I thought, okay, let's change goodbye to bye-bye. And when I did, I actually went down even further. We had 6,032 results. So we were actually going in the opposite direction to the way that we wanted to go. But I wasn't obviously discouraged because clearly this was just the first search. And there are many other synonyms for the word goodbye that we could actually look into. So I thought to myself, okay, instead of bye-bye, which is obviously far too many in terms of results, what if we had to choose adios? It's a fun phrase to say, adios school, hello summer. And as you can see here, the number of results dropped down to 1,228, which is already a lot better than 3,000 plus or 6,000 plus results that we saw in the previous 2 keyword phrases. And just by looking at the number of listings that we have and the style of designs that we have, we've got a lot of text-based designs, which for many of us, very simple to do. If you use Canva or Photoshop or Photopea or any other kind of imaging editing software, just a question of coming up with some really nice, interesting, complementary fonts that you could put together, maybe change it up a little bit with some color, or maybe add a clip art to complement the overall text, and just upload that and try to improve upon these designs that we are obviously seeing over here. So again, lots of good designs, but there's still a lot of potential for you to really go in and come up with your own tweak on it and your own take on it and just upload and try to dominate this particular listing. And then I thought to myself, let's see if we can dig in a little bit deeper. Maybe change the word adios to another synonym for goodbye. And obviously I came up with the word so long school, hello summer. And as you can see, we already dropped down by another 500 plus results. From 1,000, we're down to 621 results. So this is already a really great stage to be in terms of creating our own designs. And if you take a look at the types of designs that we've got over here, we've got a lot of kindergarten, pre-kindergarten type designs, grade school, elementary school, primary school, whichever way you want to call it, designs that you could easily create your designs for. You could even take it from the perspective of a teacher. So if you wanted to say, so long school or so long class, hello summer, you could actually go ahead and do that and actually upload for that too as well. But I didn't stop there. I figured there still has to be some more that we could actually dig deeper into to actually bring down those listings further so that we can actually design for and obviously rank as high as we can possibly rank for. And instead of so long school, I changed it to see you later school, hello summer, and look at this, we're down to 62 results. That is a huge drop from the other listings that we just looked at. So clearly, if I'm going to create some designs for this keyword phrase, I'm going to use see you later school, hello summer, because I know that somebody typing in this is actually going to see my designs ranking a lot higher than they would on the previous keyword phrases. And again, if we're looking at the designs here, we can see that even though we have see you later, we still have the other synonyms for goodbye mixed into this. So it's all about the keyword tags that you are putting in to your listing as you upload. So you want to use see you later, you want to use adios, you want to use goodbye, you want to use bye-bye, so that you are getting your design in front of as many eyeballs, as many potential customers as you can who are visiting Redbubble in the hopes of finding something to buy that's got a summery feel to it. Particularly if it's a parent who wants to purchase a design for their child who's obviously finishing a tough year of school and maybe wants to reward them for a job well done and, keying in the summer season with a lot of fun and excitement. Again, I went in a little deeper too as well, and I changed see you later to sayonara. Okay, many people know that sayonara is another way of saying goodbye. And the interesting thing about this particular phrase is that while we have 49 results, even though we keyed in the word sayonara, Redbubble brought back designs predominantly stating adios, which is obviously another way of saying goodbye, obviously the Spanish way that we looked at a little bit earlier. But because of the fact that we use sayonara instead of adios, the number of results dropped down to 49. So you could definitely put in your sayonara school hello summer keyword phrase as the main tag for your design, and you're definitely going to rank really, really high for this. And then in obviously your supporting tags, you could put any and of all the other keyword phrases that we were looking at, so that you will obviously rank well within any and all the other keyword phrases. Now, the funny thing about this is that even though we used sayonara school hello summer and brought us back 49 results at the time of publishing this particular episode, when we actually keyed in adios school hello summer, this is the result that we got. It came back with 1,228 results. So this is what I am trying to get across. It's really important that when you've created your design, you definitely want to try different types of related keyword phrases, combinations of them, so that you can actually research and come up with a keyword phrase for your main tag that is going to get you ranking the highest in the lowest number of results possible. In this particular case, it's going to be sayonara school hello summer. But all of these other keyword phrases, again, you are going to put those in the supporting tags, obviously within the 14 to 17 keyword tags that you know that I actually advocate for. But in doing this, in finding synonyms for goodbye, I have really brought down the number of listings I would be competing against from 6,000 all the way down to 49. Now, it doesn't take a brain scientist to realize that you can do a lot better competing against 49 results as opposed to 6,000 results. So when you're creating your designs, if you're creating something for this, jump in, 49 results, see how well you can do with it. But if you're creating design for any other kinds of keyword phrases, take the time and research and mix and match different keywords to see that you can find yourself in the best possible position to have your designs ranking as high as possible against the lowest number of listings that you can possibly find. Okay, so that was basically goodbye school, hello summer, and all of the other keyword phrases that we obviously variated from. So the next design that we're going to be looking at, as you can see here, is palm trees, summer sun. And at the time of recording this episode, we've got 21,790 results that we would have to be competing against. Again, we're all in agreement that is a huge number that we would have to compete against. So let's see what we can do in order to tweak it a little bit, to change up some of the keyword phrases, to bring down the number of competing listings that we would have to obviously contend against or compete against, and obviously see if we could create a design with a summer field that is actually going to put us in a great position to rank as high as we possibly can. So I thought to myself, instead of palm trees, summer sun, what components of this keyword phrase could we change? And in this case, I thought, let's change summer sun to something else that has a bit of a summery connotation to. So the first keyword phrase that I thought of was palm trees, blue seas. which again is a summery feel, and there's a bit of a rhyme to it, so why not? But again, we're competing against 8,579 results, which is still quite high. A lot better than 21,000, but I would still want to see if I can dig deeper into this particular keyword phrase, mix things up a little bit, and try to put my potential designs in the best possible situation to rank really high. So instead of blue seas, I changed it to palm trees, summer nights. And as you can see, we've dropped drastically from 8,000 all the way down to 1,633 designs, which is still not bad. Not the greatest. I would consider sort of like my amber zone. Anywhere between 1,000 and 2,000 results, that would be considered my amber result. I may or may not design for that. It will obviously depend on, how I was feeling and whether or not I would want to invest the time in a design that would have this many results to compete against. Okay. Then I said, okay, well, let's assume that we don't want to design for this particular keyword phrase, or maybe at best we want to put this keyword phrase in one of the supporting tags. What could I do to tweak this further to bring down the results low? And in this case, I thought to myself, well, palm trees do tend to be found near beaches. Beaches have sand. More often than not, the sand is golden. So why not try palm trees, golden sands? As you can see, we're now in a sweet zone. If I wanted to obviously create a design for this keyword phrase, I would only be competing against 406 results, which is really, really good compared to 21,000 that we saw in the very first keyword phrase that we were looking at. So this is definitely something I would highly encourage any and all of you who is watching this particular episode to consider designing for, because there's a lot of room for you to do well in. And as you can see, even though we've got this particular keyword phrase, we only have certain aspects in some of the designs pertaining to keywords within the phrase. Like you got golden sands over here, which is obviously something pertaining to Bulgaria. You've got sand and palm trees in the designs. But as such, we don't have this actual phrase as a design. So you could really go in, create maybe 10 or 15 variations of this design, upload it, and then just start dominating this particular keyword phrase and market it on your various social media platforms, so that when people are actually keying in this keyword phrase, either on Redbubble or indeed on any of your print-on-demand platforms that you might be selling to, your designs are going to rank really high because they are actually focused on that keyword phrase, as opposed to what we are seeing here in all of the other designs. So clearly the designers for these other designs use this combination of keyword phrase in their supporting tag, but because of the fact that you would use it in your main tag, you are obviously going to rank high up for this keyword phrase because your design actually focuses on this particular phrase. So 406 results at the time of publishing is absolutely amazing. And I thought, well, let me try and tweak it one more time and see if maybe I can do even better than this. And instead of palm trees, golden sands, I changed the last part of the phrase to palm trees, cool breeze. And here we drop yet another 100 results. And in fact, we've got a few designs here which actually have the keyword phrase, palm trees, cool breeze. As you can see here, we've got this one here, the second one, third, and the fourth, which are really nice designs in their own likelihood. And we've got a number of variations over here. But as you can see here, it's sort of like the circular sun background with palm trees. It looks sort of like a sticker, an emblem, which again is good. I'm not knocking them, and they are making sales, all the more power to them. But clearly, with a little bit of creative ingenuity, with a little bit of research to see what other kinds of best-selling designs are out there, you might be able to take some motivation from those designs, incorporate it into your own design with this particular keyword phrase, and again, come up with about 10 or 15 variations, colors, sizes, fonts, and what have you, and really rank high for all of those particular variations in this keyword phrase so that you can actually dominate this particular keyword phrase. Okay, so the third and final keyword phrase that we're going to be looking at in today's episode is friends, sun, sand, and sea. And as you can see here, we have 945 results for this particular keyword phrase, which again is really good. Anything under 1,000, I always jump into because I think that there's a lot of potential for my designs to rank high in Redbubble search for this. Again, if I'm using this keyword phrase as my main tag, Redbubble is going to put me high on the ranking list for this particular keyword phrase. And as you can see here, we've got a lot of designs which are very similar. We got this sort of like script font with sort of like a banner where it says "that sounds." And again, they're nice, but I have a sneaking suspicion, I have every confidence in you that you'll be able to come up with some even better designs for this particular keyword phrase. Again, come up with your variations, upload them so that you can actually rank high and obviously dominate for this keyword phrase. So what did I do to try and see if I could tweak this particular keyword phrase in order to bring down the number of results a design of mine would have to compete against? And I thought, well, let's change up the word friends to something else. So when I'm thinking of summer and partying and great weather, what kind of keywords come to mind? And obviously summers are hot and most people love to have a nice ice cold beverage in hand. So why not an adult beverage? And that would be, for example, beer. So we got beer, sun, sand, and sea. And as you can see, we've got 169 results. So we've dropped from 900 plus to 100 plus designs. And as you can see here, the types of designs pertaining to this particular keyword phrase, again, is just fragmented. Somebody probably used the combination of these keywords in their supporting tags. So obviously you could go in, create designs for this particular keyword phrase and really dominate. So the next thing that I did was I changed beer to wine. And as you can see here, we're now competing against 89 results. So wine, sun, sand, and sea. So we've got a lot of potential here as well. Now I went ahead and did two more modifications. I brought back the word friends, and this time I changed the word sea at the end. So I found friends, sun, sand, and beaches, which obviously we have 167 results. And finally, I changed friends to traveling, and we have traveling, sun, sand, and sea, which we only have 31 results. And as you can see, it's predominantly photography of beaches over here. So you could really create some interesting text or a combination of clip arts and text, or even photos and text, and actually use this keyword phrase so that you'll start dominating and ranking higher. So as you can see here, all it takes is a little bit of time and a little bit of research to go through and tweak your keyword phrases to try and find results that are going to be really low, so that obviously your designs are going to rank as high as they possibly can and obviously put you in a good position to make a lot of sales. So there you have it, everybody. We looked at some interesting keyword phrases, all with great potential for you to get in, to create your designs and upload to. The amount of other listings that you're competing with isn't as high as with some of the more generic keywords that are out there pertaining to summer. So I really want to encourage you to get tucked in, sit down in front of your computer, your tablet, or whatever it is that you use to create your designs. Start creating, start uploading, so that when customers are looking for interesting, innovative, and creative designs that they can showcase either on a shirt or any of the other products that you upload to with respect to your print-on-demand design, they'll be able to find them, they'll be able to consider them, and hopefully they'll click the add to cart button to buy them too. But for today, that's all I've got. And as always, be safe, be well, be creative. Bye for now. Hey, if you enjoyed this video and you want to find out more ways that you can take your print-on-demand business to the next level, why don't you check out one of these 2 episodes I have over here. And don't forget to subscribe. Catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.